Good morning. It is Sunday, July 16th, 2023. Let me jump into YouTube, make sure that everything is up and running properly, and then we can get going. Let me see. Okay, looking good. All right, good to go. First up, Eli Lilly. That was one crazy day. Well, last week was crazy. Okay, this fall was pretty crazy, and if you buy the dip, congratulations. If you sell put spread like I did, you make some money. I add shares as well as put spread. That was pretty silly. Um, I understand the fear, but at the same time, uh, there was two stocks in the news, of course. NVO is the other one, right? And NVO uh, didn't go down as much on the same news. It did go down on the first day, when the study come out that perhaps suicide has something have a link to um, these drugs. Now keep in mind, you're talking, sure, it's not a small number. I believe there's like 180 cases of suicide that involve people that also take the drugs. Who knows if they have other kind of psychological issues. But in the midst of all of that craziness, everyone forgot that millions, literally millions of subscription have been written for these drugs. So there could be many reasons that it can cause that. Regardless, okay, you see this right here. This is what caused me to be not so fearful with Eli Lilly. So 3 days, Novo Nordisk perhaps performed very well compared to Eli Lilly. Okay, Eli Lilly went down further on the news instead of bouncing, and finally it bounced. So yes, on these 2 days when I saw the disconnect between NVO and Eli Lilly, I said to myself, it's worth taking a chance, and that was the right move. Okay, I took the chance to basically increase my small position in Eli Lilly to, I had 22 shares. At one time I had 100, but I sold many of it on the way up, and I had 22 shares left. But then on the dump, I add 10 shares, so I literally increased my position by 40% plus, which is okay. I'm okay with having 32 shares there right now. I can still sell put spread if needed. All right, let's go to TLT real quick. Tight range. I have been saying for a few weeks that selling 103 cover calls, if you can get a dime or better, why not? What would be the reason for TLT to go over 103? Can anyone tell me what the reason is? Okay, I don't see any imminent breakout unless the Fed come out and say something really strange and unexpected, like we're done, we're not raising any more rate. The economy has slowed down significantly enough that we should stop. They're not going to say that. There's nowhere in the horizon they're saying that now. Does that mean that you can't buy it cheaper than here? No. I think selling put spread 99 and below is still a safe way to add to your position if you don't mind getting a sign below 99, because it can still happen. Okay, rate, I believe the Fed is going to raise at least one more. There's a conventional belief that they have two more in them because they say so. That's what they say. Okay, the Fed is saying that, but if the economy, the CPI keep falling fast, they might not need to, because as much as they want to slow down inflation, they also don't want to hurt the economy too much. Hey, the perfect scenario for them would be to escape this entire mess with a soft landing, right? Or at least a small recession. So yes, they want to slow down inflation, but it's all depending on what the data is going to be, right? So what concerned me that the Fed might raise twice is that because the stock market is so strong. Okay, you got to understand, a lot of people's spending habits is tied to how is tied to the wealth effect. I talk about this occasionally. Okay, there's a wealth effect of that. If your investment is up, your portfolio is up, you tend to spend. People will not curb spending. They curb spending when they fear of a loss of a job. So if the economy is not tanking so much, if they don't fear of losing their job, then people habits is gonna keep on spending. All right, so that's just the way human natures are. Okay, and that's part of the reason why the Fed had been hell bent on trying to stop people from spending too much, because inflation is not going to come down if people keep paying. If people are, as much as people complain, you hear this all the time. Oh, yes, people can't. People have to eat. That's why the demand for food. I get it, but new cars, really? Seriously, how many people out there that need to have a car to go to work have to buy a new car? There is no have to, nothing. Okay, what happened to the need to just buy a car to get you from A to B because you had to go to work? That's how I was in my 20s and 30s. I didn't go out there and buy a brand new car and borrow $35,000 because I have to. No, I bought $1,000, $1,500 junkers to drive to my crappy jobs. That's what I did. That's what a lot of people did. Okay, these days people go out there and buy a brand new car, take on $40,000 in debt to drive to a minimum pay job. That's crazy talk. Okay. Anyhow, TOT 99 spread below, good play. 103 cover call above, good play. All right. SPY. It's hard to chase here. Okay, I just can't imagine. Earnings season is here. The better play is focus on individual stocks on earning than making a bet on SPY one way or another. I will still say that the path of least resistance is back down to the 20 MA. Right? It has tested many times in this bull run, even in this bull run. Okay, it's tried to break it, but too much money on the sideline keep coming in, right? Every time it break, it didn't stay down for very long. You're talking 3 days. Okay, 3 days, it's up. 3 days, it's up. It test right here. See, when you have things like this, I talk about the wick many times, but look at this thing. When you have literally 4 days where any dip below the 20 was bought up, that's very bullish, right? Yeah, so for me, SPY, if you want to play it, if you want to buy the dip or sell put spread, do it down here at the 20 MA. No need to chase up here, okay? No need to. Same thing with the QQQ. No need to. The 20 MA will be the spot. It has been defended many times in the past 3 months. So if you want to be brave and do a bear put spread, you can, but close it. Okay, if you short on the short side and you don't close into the 20 MA, I'm not sure what you're doing. Dow Jones, not so clear as far as the 20 MA. Okay, the Dow Jones is not so clear. Okay, to me, would I buy it here? No. It's at reference high. Look, it's at the point where it's gonna have a tough time. No chasing any of the big indices. Okay, no chasing for me. Now, how about gold? Yeah, if you bought gold down here, good on you. You should trim. I talk about GDX. Okay, I talk about GDX, and sure enough, it moved. I tried to sell put spread. Nothing triggered on the move here. I trying to sell put spread down here, 29, 26, but it's just the premium was just so little, no chance. Okay, but yeah, it can run. Okay, how far? Well, you should look at trimming at 33, right? If you bought in the 30s, you have a whole week to do that, right? USO, it's time to go, right? It's time to go. If you bought the share down here, congratulations. It was a no-brainer. Okay. Oh my God, it was a no-brainer. But I would have been out. I had no put spread this past week, for the first time in over a month. You know, this was great when USO over the past 6 weeks prior to the last 2 weeks. It was great when USO was trading in a 62 range. It was a no-brainer to sell. I must have sold probably 15 put spread from 61 all the way down to 60. That was great. That was all money. But not right now. Right now is not the time. But on the flip side, I sold put spread on in XOM, Exxon Mobil, where 99, 98, 97. I have 3 different spread down here, which is the zone, right? I talk about the zone. The zone is basically from 100 down to 97, okay? But this area has been tested, bounce, resist, all kind of stuff. So yeah, I like Exxon here. The risk reward is to play there more than USO. And the same thing can be said with Chevron. If you want to do Chevron instead, I think the good area is, of course, the gap fill. Okay, 146 is the gap fill. So if you want to sell 145, 140 spread on further weakness, I might do that. Okay, that's a good play. I might do that. I like it down there, the gap fill. LNG, for sure. I said it's time to go last week, right? Last Wednesday, did I say it? I think so. CTRA, same thing. Time to go last week. Yeah, if you want to play it, wait until you get down there. Okay, the time to buy CTRA is, of course, below 25. Okay, look, if you buy below the 20, be a little patient. In a week or two, you make money. Same thing with LNG. The time to buy LNG, if you want to play that, is, of course, below 150. Sure, can it go lower? Yeah, but below 150. No need to chase here, right? No need to chase. Let's see. Let's go to, since we'll talk about Pharma with Eli Lilly already. J&J, I sold put spread. Yes, I did. I will sell more. Where? Down here. 155, 150 spread. Right? Yeah. I like J&J here. I said to sell J&J up there. Okay, the time to buy J&J was, of course, the gap fill, and if you step into the big dump right here, good on you. But it was time to go 2 weeks ago. Now it's time to, if you want to sell spread or buy the dip. Pfizer, bouncing here. I'm not doing anything, not adding, not selling, not adding, just holding. JSK, I did add into this zone, right? Let me extend this zone. Edit property. Let's move it into current date of 7/15. There you go. Okay, I buy into the zone. So I'm slowly. I believe at this point I have bought back everything that I trim up here and trim here. I trim here as well. Okay, I trim and then I bought back as well. So I have trimmed 3 times. Once here, twice here, third time here. And I believe the breakout is coming soon. Okay, I like the risk reward there. Amgen, I sold some share. Yeah, the time to buy Amgen was below 220. I see 227, I'm selling, which I did a few times the past couple of weeks. Okay, so interesting converging coming up probably by next week. This channel. Okay, let me draw this thing. Edit property, do a channel so that it's clear, and the 100-day moving average. Okay, in about a week or two, it's gonna meet somewhere in 227, and that can be either a breakout to 247 or a breakdown. Okay, so I tend to think if I had to make a bet, I say it's gonna be a breakout. So my plan, and I plan to watch it closely, is to add on a dip. If I see a retreat down to the below 220, yeah, I buy back what I trim. Okay, I will add into the position. I will sell put spread 210, 205 on any kind of big pullback, or 205, 200 area. Lower is better, but I do think there could be a nice return in a week or two on Amgen into earning. It could be a breakout into the 200-day moving average, and then that's a sell for sure. Okay, ARGX, crazy volatile. Okay, I have small position. I have literally 10 share, and I believe I am right around breaking even at this point. I did add last week on this ugly 2 days. Yes, I did. And for now, yeah, it is small position. Okay, nothing huge. Where would I like to sell? Would I sell some at 386? Perhaps. But yeah, this thing can pop. Okay, anything near 395, I'm out. XBI. I would not touch it here. The time to buy XBI would be, of course, on a pullback to the 100, 200, the 100 or 200-day converging moving average is a good spot to buy the dip, and sell put spread at 79 and below. Okay, I did that 2 weeks ago on this dump here. Last week, late last week. Well, the previous week, I mean. Right now, I have no position. BIIB. I'm not doing anything here. I'm watching. Okay, I'm watching because this Eli Lilly will have a big report for their Alzheimer drug, and I do believe if the result, the news, the data for Eli Lilly Alzheimer drug is good, you could see some people sell off Biogen because their drug is okay. Their Alzheimer drug was the first to market that was okay. It's if you read the data, it's not like it's great. Okay, it's not like it's not a cure. It slowed down the progression of Alzheimer, but plus it's expensive, super expensive, something like $28,000-$30,000 a year, right? So it's not cheap. So now any good news from Eli Lilly Alzheimer drug, and I think Biogen is gonna give. Okay, it already broke the 200, and it's not getting back up there at all. And we can see, okay, we can see a breakdown into this line right here, and oh boy, it can be a long way down. It's all depend on how good Eli Lilly drug is. Gilead, a little bit better. It did break down into the channel low. If you was brave, I had an alert right there to buy. It never go off. It just missed it. Just miss it. I had the alert set and it just did not get there. Okay, if it got there, I would have sell put spread. That was the plan. The plan was if the alert go off, I would be sell put spread right here at 71.68. That was the plan, but it just missed it. But if you follow the channel, yeah, perhaps buying the dip was okay, but to me, the risk reward is just not there. Okay, it's no touch for me for now. Okay, let's talk about banks. KRE, I sold 1/3 of my position on the pop. I did not, of course, I did not sell at 44. I sold at 43.25, but then I turned around and sold a naked put at 42. So if it fill the gap down here, I buy it back. So basically, I buy back the share about 1.7 lower than what my sell price was. So hey, I don't mind pocketing $170 in my pocket, or save $170 in my pocket. But the way TLT behave and the way KRE behave is kind of silly, because if TLT is still, if bonds are still gonna, if rate is still gonna go up because the Fed is not done, then it's hard for KRE to break out, right? It's hard to do that. So would I buy the dip down here? Yes. Where? Anything between 42 and 40, I like. If it get down to 40, I go back and sell put spread at 39 and below. The big money is to be made in KRE still down the road. Bank of America, I'm holding, not doing anything. Okay, not sure. I was watching this to see it did close slightly below, but that's okay. They report soon. I believe they report earning this coming week, in the next few days. It should be a good number. Okay, it's nothing to be scared here on Bank of America. But if you see JPM, right, it's even on good news, it didn't really do much. Okay, it went as high as 150, almost 153, but then it sell off. But it did finish in the green, so it's okay. But to me, the risk reward is to be better off in, say, JPM or even Morgan Stanley. Goldman Sachs, right now I have no position, none. The capital market is not fully back yet, or at all, right? They still need to see merger, acquisition, IPO to return in order to make a lot of money. For now, the safer play is to sell spread. Okay, on any dump, any weakness that come down to the 320 level or below, like it did right here, then sell 310, 300 spread. Okay, that has been the best play in the last 3 months. Sure, it was dicey here for a couple of days. Yes. During this week right here, I even sold 300 295 put spread. But yeah, you can step into those kind of major move. But I think the risk reward is there to sell spread at 305, 300, or 310, 305 on further weakness. Morgan Stanley, same thing. Okay, Morgan Stanley chart look a lot like Goldman Sachs. To me, you can play either, right? If you play Morgan Stanley, you should do 80, 75 put spread down here for protection. But once again, I don't see them booming unless they make a lot of money on trading. That can be the difference. Okay, last of the banks here, Wells Fargo. Once again, good earning, but yeah, it ran a lot. Okay, it ran a lot. So even with good number, it's kind of just like, meh. So back to this. Okay, now it's Bank of America, because of what happened with Wells Fargo and JP Morgan. If Bank of America come out with number and you see a pop, I will trim in pre-market for sure, right? How much? Perhaps even 20% of my position, uh, or more, right? So depend on what the pop is, depend on what the number look like. Be disciplined, sell into the pop, right? Sure, I would love to see Bank of America run to 32, but if it pop anywhere above this, okay, anything above 30 in pre-market because of a good earning number, I will look to trim, and depend on how high it go in pre-market, how much I will trim, but I will trim at least 10%, and then as much as 20, if not 25%. All right, so Nvidia, crazy, crazy. If you didn't trim into, I trim, okay, I trim 3 days in a row. I trim. The highest sales was 479. That was so crazy to see that. That when I saw 470, 480, I was very quick to put in my order, and yeah, I got out at 479. I bought back. The last two sales was 474 and 479. I bought back those two shares at 460 something. Yeah, very happy with that. I will wait. I put an alert right here at the gap fill 438. I will put in an order to buy more at 438 all the way down to 424. Right, so yeah, just trade small. Okay, no need, no need to trade a lot. Just even 1 to 10 share here and there, they add up, especially when a stock move $10, $20. It doesn't take much to make $100 with Nvidia trading, as well as sell put spread. Where do I sell put spread? Down here, 400, 390 is the spread that I would play, because you have this ref low. If you even more cautious, you can sell like September, October spread using the 50 MA. So do 370, 360. Okay, there's enough juice there to play. Meta, crazy. I trim more. Yeah, what would I do here? What would I do here? I'm not buying. I trim, right? It ran so much, so much. Meta has not even touched the 20 MA since April. Okay, since this move, since this big gap up, it has nothing but ride. Wow, right? Wow, impressive, impressive. But all I'm doing is trimming. Okay, all I'm doing is trimming. Even if it's one share at a time, I'm not chasing. I think the last share I sold was 313 Friday. Microsoft, uh, not chasing here. No way. Okay, it's the same thing. You know, Google. The right thing to do was, of course, sell put spread. That was an easy decision to sell put spread down here on this move. But now, no touch. Okay, no touch. On further weakness, I will keep selling put spread. It's easy to sell 115. On this move last week, I sold 115, 114, 113 put spread. I sold 4 put spread overall. No need to chase. Tesla, same thing. No need to chase here. All right. Yeah, there's a reason why the Nasdaq is strong. All the big boys, the big seven as they call it, they're all way high, right? No need to chase, people. No need. All right, let's talk about health insurance. That was ugly. That was one ugly and crazy move last week, right? Wow, the fear was so high, so high. And then the bounce, nicely done, but it stalled right at the 20 MA, right? Listen, the 20 MA could be a big resistance going forward. We don't. It was. See, it was a big resistance, and then it break out, and then it stalled at the channel, right? But it's unnerving to see this kind of move. Okay, for a big stock, it's crazy to see this kind of move. Uh, how low can you go? Channel low is possible, 399. Okay, so can I see something like that happen? Look, ELV had a strong move since the pandemic, and now it's giving up some of the gain. Not quite all of it, okay? But it gave back practically all of last year. If you bought ELV last year and hold, you made nothing. Nothing. If not, you're losing money, okay? Because at this point, it is lower than most of all of 2022. So if you bought ELV and hold, you lost money. Could be a lot because it has come down significantly, okay? You could be down easily 20-25% if you hold on to ELV. So trade, you do. Now, UNH, same story. Okay, same story. But a little bit better, right? Because it's not quite at the low of 2022, but still, it's pretty ugly. Now, the favorite of the big three that I like is now Humana. Why? It's here, okay? It's defending the 200-day moving average, weekly moving average, which I brought up the past couple of weeks. If I had to pick which one I like to trade more, it would be Humana, because I think it is at a level of support that money will flow into it should it violate, because it, like I said, let's go back and take a look. 10 years, yeah, it has been the spot to buy Humana. Okay, so if you can buy Humana on a dip, if you want to sell put spread on Humana using, say, 425, 420 put spread, that's a decent play on any kind of major pullback, because I think it is at a level of support that I think money will likely to come in more so than ELV or UNH. Okay, let's see what other sector. Okay, of course, the sector I like, Abbott. I was selling put spread, of course, the past couple weeks. Add a little share down here below below 107, right? Is where I add the shares. No problem here. Okay, I will buy the dip, add on the dip into 106. Okay, into the where would I sell put spread? 104, 101. Okay, now if you super worried and concerned and you want to wait on some kind of bad news, bad earning, and it can dump, yeah, can it get down to the gap fill down here? Maybe, right? But that's where it would be. If you want to play the gap fill, that's where it is. Okay, but I like Abbott here. I like Medtronic as well. Same thing. The chart of many of these look very similar. This one did fill the gap. There's another gap down here, but for now, I bought back everything that I sold. I sold most of my share between 87 and 88 on this move here, and I bought many back 86 and below, right? So yeah, I'm very content. I bought back everything I sold and even more. The biggest position is, of course, EW. I wrote EW. I start to buy EW here, and then I got caught in this gap down, and then I said, okay, it's a good company, so I add, okay, and it's been the right move. So it's big gains, What would I do? I'm waiting for that. Okay, if that alert go off, I will start to trim into 100. Right? That's the play. That's the play. Lockheed Martin. Uh, if you have the share, trim. Okay, trim. On any pop to 467, I will trim. 470, I will trim. So between 467 and 470, you should trim. Okay, you should. Especially if you add shares down here in the 460 and below, which you could. You had in the past 3 months, there was many chances. I started to buy here. I bought down here on this move, right? I think I bought my first share up here. I was doing put spread mainly, but then on this move, I bought share and I bought and I bought. So yeah, they're in the money, as well as selling put spread. Okay, selling put spread has been very good in the 440, 435 range. I don't have anything going into this week, but on any pullback, I will do the same again. Is that everything? Have I covered everything? Now let's talk about casino. I trim LVS on this move. Same thing with Win. On this big spike here, it was an easy decision to trim at 111, 110. I think somewhere between 110 and 111. I trim. I did not trim Melco, yeah. It's a Japanese, it's a Chinese casino in Macau. I'm watching it. In fact, let's put an alert. Okay, I want to put an alert so that I know where I would start trimming. Alert of trim. Okay, now this stock went through an ugly move. Okay, look at this move. But China reopened. We'll see. Okay, to me, it's it could be a big breakout. Okay, it could be, right? So just I'm patient. I have 150 shares, not a huge position, but I think big money can be made. Okay, let's talk about Disney. Ugly. Okay, the strike. I sold spread where 87, 84. I saw a couple of spread way below. Now, of course, with the strike, can it go lower? Yes. Can it go down to 84? Yes. Would I mind buying those shares? No. Okay, I don't mind owning Disney share in the mid 80s. I think the risk reward is to be long there. The risk reward is not to not no, this is not the time to be long up here. It was ugly, okay, but I like it. Paramount, the same thing, okay. The strike, I talk about the zone to buy, right? And yeah, it's gonna get there. Let's move the zone out to 16. Yeah, to me, buying in the zone, accumulating in the zone is all right, right? I do. I have a naked put that I will buy 100 shares below 16. That's fine. I think the risk reward is to be long. I don't mind adding to Paramount down there. Netflix, I think, can go down. I think the path of least resistance of Netflix is down. Sure, the strike can save the money, but it's just run too much. Okay, Netflix has ran a lot, and I think I want to put an alert here. Add alert below. Sell spread below. Yeah, until it exceeds the 20 MA, I'm not touching it. Let's end this session on staple. Coke, if you bought 59 and below, congratulations. Where would I look to trim? I was looking to trim Friday, but I said, I can wait. But for sure, if you see 60, if you see anything near near the 50 MA, yeah, 61. In fact, I'm gonna put an alert at 60. The high Friday was 61.04. Yeah, I remember seeing that when it peaked over 61. I'm just like, oh, maybe I should trim some, and then it didn't stay there very long. But a return to the scene of the crime should get my attention. Okay, so oops, create an alert at above trim time. Yes, Pepsi, I sold put spread, expired worthless, making money. Same thing here. It's no need to chase. Okay, no need to chase. Earnings coming up, or they already have earning. Let's see. Um, did they already have earning? Yeah, I guess they did. Yeah, they did have earning. What am I completely forgot. I blanked out. But yeah, that move was on good earning. The big pop. Okay, so but it stalled out at reference high, right? So keep that in mind. This might be, if you bought down here, it's time to go, right? For sure, it's time to trim. Can it go further? Maybe. Mondelez, I liked. Okay, I would buy the dip, sell put spread down here. I'm waiting. I haven't do anything yet, but I'm warming up to Mondelez. I think patient will pay off. Even if you bought here, right? Even if you bought last week, I think you did okay, but I'm more patient. I'm looking to sell put spread down here, 69, 65. That's the spread I have. Okay, so I like it. I like it. McDonald's, I wouldn't touch it here, right? If you have it, trim it, raise your stop. Not much left of that on that move. Oh, I did have a couple of bear spread. One was TXN. That is making me money. When every time TXN get over 180, if I see it, if I remember it, I put on a bear spread. It has worked. It's been there. If you look back the last year, right, it's been there 5 times today. So yeah, this is my 4th play. Okay, I missed the last week on this. I didn't do it. If I did, I would have won, but I did it this time. I did the same thing for SMH. Okay, I did a put spread there as well. I did put spread last week or 2 weeks ago on this move, and that works. Okay, so yeah, to me it's pretty toppy. If you want to take a look at other chips, yeah, I wouldn't touch Qualcomm here. No way. Okay, AMD, I did sell a couple of put spread the past couple of weeks, and that has worked. But right now, no dice. Okay, no dice. I think just wait for earning. Okay, unless it drift down. No, the SMH has run so hot, so hot. Okay, so for me, if this, okay, it break the channel, right? So I don't know how much higher can it go. I don't know. I just don't see it. Okay, I just don't see it. Plus, it's near all-time high. Okay, if it got there, it's look. Outside of Nvidia carrying the group, what's strong about chips? Is there anything that's strong about chips? Look at this crazy move, right? If you're in it, congratulations. If you bought down here, on the 200 weekly moving average, big congratulations. Big congrats, okay? Big congrats if you did that, because yeah, it's been a support. Bang, 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 okay? Sure, it was unnerving for maybe a week or two, but what a V shape. What a V shape, right? You talk about perfect V shape. It can't be any more perfect of a V shape, but it's time to go, right? Yeah, I will keep selling put spread at this area. That's it for this week. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.